Sister Wives enthusiasts, strap in. Because this one's a doozy. Cody Brown apologized to Meri and returned the property deed, but only after suffering a bruising loss in court. Hello friends and welcome back. And I hope you're doing well by the grace of God. If you haven't yet, press that subscribe button and tap the bell so you don't miss the latest news. The courthouse in Flagstaff was abuzz that August morning, humming like a beehive on a day before a storm. Sister Wives fans, local journalists, and even some curious neighbors had congregated outside, holding iced coffees and smartphones, hoping to catch what they believed would be a once-in-a-lifetime event. Only days before, the tabloids had splashed the headline that ignited social media: Meri Brown sues Cody over property deed. But nobody, not a single person, anticipated the punchline. Cody Brown, the polygamous patriarch who once wielded the dictatorial style of a small-town king, would emerge humbled, contrite, and bound by law to return the deed to Meri Brown. It had been years that Meri, Cody's first wife, had confronted him so publicly. But as she walked towards the courthouse that day, navy blazer crisp, chin held high, it was obvious this wasn't merely about real estate. This was about dignity. About closure. About a reckoning. "This isn't about revenge," Meri said to one reporter on the courthouse steps. "It's about what's fair. It's about standing up for myself." The land involved wasn't dirt and wood, was a part of the family history. Several years back, during the Browns' purported golden years, Cody had talked Meri into transferring her interest in a Coyote Pass parcel to fund Robin's house. Meri, who still hoped to fix her marriage, went along. But the cracks in the relationship grew over time. Cody's attention became nearly all focused on Robin, leaving Meri in the background. Christine and Janelle ultimately parted ways completely, leaving Meri as the only spiritual wife still holding on to Cody by name, but certainly not in spirit. And then the breaking point: Meri found out that the property she'd signed away had secretly been put into trust for Robin's kids. That was when she called a lawyer. In the small but charged hearing room, Cody rested at the defense table in a dark suit. His trademark curls were restrained, but only barely, and his jawline was tense, as if he were performing the role of an aggrieved man. Robin sat behind him, hands folded in her lap, her face sour enough to curdle milk. Meri's lawyers didn't delay. They submitted records of the deed transfer, and a chronology of texts and phone calls between Meri and Cody. Some were painfully open. One message from 2019 on the courtroom screen: "Meri, Cody, I just want to believe we're still a family. If this helps, I'll do it. Cody, it'll all work out, Meri. Trust me." Meri's attorney, Carla Vance, a sharp-tongued professional with a presence fit for a Broadway stage, stepped forward. "Your Honor," she began, "a gift of love is one thing. A coerced surrender is another. My client was not acting freely. She was acting under emotional pressure in a marriage where she was constantly being sidelined." Gasps echoed throughout the gallery. Cody's face spasmed. Lips clamped into a tight, angry line. Robin reached over and spoke urgently to him, but Meri did not even flinch. Decades of deceit, solitary dinners, and being made to feel like an afterthought had led her to this place. And she was not going to let Cody make it some grand love story of sacrifice. When it was her time to take the stand, she stood up, smoothed her jacket, and began to speak in a firm voice but laced with years of anguish. "I didn't merely give him a parcel of land," she said. "I gave him my trust, and he didn't give it away. He planted it," Meri went on, her tone calm but cutting enough to slice glass. "He took my place, and that can't be quantified in acres." By afternoon, tension had filled the courtroom. The judge, a stern woman with silver hair and eyes that could penetrate a lie, started to read her verdict. "The court holds," she stated firmly, "that the conveyance of property was executed under conditions indicative of undue influence and a violation of fiduciary duty in the marital relationship. The deed will be returned to Meri Brown." Cody clamped his jaw shut, blinking hard as if slapped in public. Robin's eyes, behind him, brimmed, not with the filmy, tearful shine that fans had witnessed on Sister Wives, but hot, angry tears. Tears that indicated plans tumbling apart. The gavel fell. It was done. Meri let the breath out slowly, a faint smile playing on one side of her mouth. The gallery burst into a low buzz of conversation. Somewhere in the rear, a voice exclaimed, "Well, that's karma." And then there was the apology heard round the Brown family that night. In a move no one anticipated, Cody phoned Meri. According to an inside source, the call was strained but courteous. "Meri, I apologize." He allegedly said, "I did it wrong. I was selfish." The words lingered in the air like smoke. Meri, shocked, didn't respond immediately. When she did, her voice was chilly. "You should have told me that years ago. But I'll take the property. Keep your apology for yourself." Nevertheless, whether Cody's move was genuine or merely a strategic PR gesture following a humiliating defeat, it created the Sister Wives fanbase abuzz on social media. Some interpreted it as an indication he might be attempting to mend fences. Others, they labeled it flat-out damage control. Robin, meanwhile, was pacing in the kitchen of her Flagstaff residence, phone held up against her ear, ranting to a pal. "He's letting her win. He's letting all of them win." She seethed. First Christine walks off with half the goodwill, then Janelle won't back down on Coyote Pass. And now Meri gets her land returned. What's next? Are they going to steal my home too? The source said. Robin blamed Cody for caving to pressure and taking the convenient route, rather than fighting to the last breath. The internet naturally had a field day. One viral meme was a Monopoly board with Meri in possession of the deed card, captioned, "Don't mess with the first wife." Even Christine and Janelle were caught slipping in some of their own little digs. Christine shared an Instagram story of herself drinking tea with the caption, "Some victories are worth celebrating." Janelle liked a fan comment that read, "About time Cody faced some consequences." This wasn't merely a victory for Meri on a personal level, it could change the Browns' entire property dynamics. With her share in Coyote Pass back, the negotiations on the remaining land could become even uglier. Some fans wondered if Cody would attempt to purchase Meri out so he could keep the land in Robin's kids' names. Others believed that Meri could sell her share to Christine or Janelle, simply to make a point. "I don't know yet what I'm going to do," Meri said in an interview with a local reporter. "But I can guarantee you this, no one will ever tell me what to do with it again." Just 2 days after her court hearing, Meri's phone rang with a call from an unknown number. She hesitated, half expecting it to be another reporter. It was actually Sukanya Krishnun, the host of Sister Wives Tell-All. "Meri, you must go to the reunion," Sukanya implored. "The network's abuzz. The fans must hear your story, direct from you, not filtered through legal filings." Meri smiled softly, half disbelief, half satisfaction. "I'll go," she said. "But only if you vow not to let Cody shut me down again." "I vow," Sukanya answered firmly. This time he's going to sit there and listen. Meanwhile, in the Brown household, now Cody and Robin's alone, the tension was so palpable you could cut it with a bread knife. A family friend said Cody paced the floors for the next 48 hours, ranting about ungrateful women and cited judges. "I did my best to construct something for all of us," he apparently said to Robin. "But no one notices the sacrifices I made. They just notice the blunders." Robin, who was still fuming about losing the court case, wasn't in the mood to play let's be friends. "Perhaps if you'd stop committing those blunders," she retaliated, "you'd be able to stop apologizing for them." People close to the couple say that that little remark set off an explosion for their largest argument in months. In a gesture worthy of reality TV itself, Janelle showed up to visit Meri after the court decision. The two had been friendly in recent years but not particularly close. "I just wanted to congratulate you," Janelle told Meri as she opened the door. Not many people stand up to him and win. They wound up drinking coffee in Meri's living room, remembering the good old days back in Lee when they all shared one roof. Janelle confessed that watching Cody lose in court provided her with a glimmer of hope for her own protracted Coyote Pass battles. "Don't let him wear you down," Meri counseled. "Once you give up a part of yourself to please him, you'll never see it again." When it was time to film day for the Sister Wives Tell-All, the set crackled with tension. Christine waited poised in a bright red dress that seemed to emanate confidence. Janelle was calm but assertive. Meri entered last, head held high. Cody sat on the other couch beside Robin, seeming smaller somehow, not in size but in spirit. Sakanya didn't waste a moment. Cody, you lost the court case against Meri, she started. Do you think that you owe her more than the property deed? Cody faltered. The camera zoomed in close. Said I was sorry, he mumbled. I can't change the past. You can stop repeating it, Meri icily retorted. Halfway through taping, Christine decided to twist the knife. You know, Cody, she said with a sly grin. Perhaps this is the universe nudging you to let go. You can't control us anymore. Robin bristled. This isn't about control. It's about fairness. Fairness? Christine laughed. Tell it to the judge. The tension was so thick Sakanya had to cut to a commercial break prematurely. That night, the tell-all preview aired, and social media went wild. Meri's Instagram overflowed with messages of support. Cody's comment section, a battleground between critics and die-hard defenders. TikTok lit up with reenactments of the courtroom showdown, complete with wigs and fake gavels. One parody of Robin crying in slow motion racked up 2 million views in just 24 hours. The Browns had long lived on scandal. But this was something different. Sources say Cody's next step may be his most brazen yet, reportedly looking to sell some of Coyote Pass to cover some bills and stay out of more hot water. But the twist? Sources say the buyer may be none other than Christine's husband David Woolley. If that is the case, Christine and David might just end up constructing their dream house right next to Robin and Cody's. Can you picture the HOA meetings? One fan tweeted, I'd pay for the live stream. Following the tell-all, in the weeks that followed, Robin is said to have dropped an ultimatum. Either you bring your attention to our life and cease pursuing these old fights, or we're going to have an issue. Friends indicate Cody, exhausted from months of public attention, grumblingly agreed to back away from the drama. But in private, he's reported to be scheming how to take back control. As for Meri, she was seen scouting out possible building locations on her recently regained land. Whether she'll construct a house, open a retreat, or merely whether Meri intends to develop, start a retreat, or just hold on to the land, as a bargaining chip remains anyone's guess. But one thing's certain, she's no longer the woman who used to quietly surrender her authority in the spirit of family harmony. This land is mine now, she said to a local magazine. And so is my future. The property deed battle may be over, but the war for the Browns' legacy, that's just getting started. With Meri's legal victory, Christine's public confidence, and Janelle's steady determination, the women are rewriting this family's story. One court ruling, one Instagram post, and one tell-all moment at a time. For the first time, Cody seems to be the one left scrambling. Ultimately, the picture of Meri exiting that Flagstaff courthouse, sunlight shining off her hair, deed folder clutched in her hand, could be the enduring emblem of this season. Not only a victory for one woman, but a warning to a man who got to dictate his story forever. And just when fans believed the drama couldn't possibly get more fiery, it did. Sister Wives bombshell. Janelle and Christine accused Robin of child abuse. The Sister Wives fan base woke up to pandemonium this morning, as leaked court files started circulating on Reddit and X, formerly Twitter. The title was brief, nasty, and impossible to scroll past. Janelle and Christine Brown formally accuse Robin Brown of child abuse. The leaked documents, watermarked Flagstaff Family Court, Confidential, seem to detail a dueling complaint by Janelle and Christine. In it, they report seeing and documenting their experiences with Robin and various minors in the extended Brown clan. TLC declined to neither confirm nor deny the legitimacy of the leak, but a representative provided only an oblique one-sentence comment. The network is aware of the material that is circulating and is taking it seriously. For longtime Sister Wives fans, there has been a three-way tension between Robin, Janelle, and Christine brewing for years. When Robin became a part of the family in 2010, she was the nice, demure new wife, thankful to be included in Cody Brown's plural marriage. But out of sight, Christine and Janelle started seeing red flags. Robin's seeming favoritism toward her own children, monopolizing Cody's time, and undermining the other wives' children by not including them in activities. By several insiders, things finally came to a head in late 2023, following a disciplinary matter at Robin's residence involving one of Janelle's younger kids. That, along with Christine's own observations when she stopped by for a holiday visit, set the stage for the charges splashed across headlines today. The leaked reports outline a number of purported incidents over the span of months. Incident 1: Janelle's young grandson slept over at Robin's house last November. The complaint asserts that Robin employed excessive and inappropriate discipline after the boy accidentally spilled juice on a pricey rug. Incident 2: Christine's teenage daughter was purportedly verbally belittled in front of other kids, with Robin reportedly labeling her spoiled and lazy during one of the children's activities. Incident 3: the last straw, according to a source who has not been named, occurred in January at a family party. Christine is said to have seen Robin pull a younger child by the arm roughly enough to raise a visible mark. The report asserts Christine took a photo of the bruise later that day before proceeding with legal proceedings. Janelle and Christine allegedly arranged a private sit-down at Meri's B&B in Parowan, Utah, to discuss their next steps. Sources say Meri provided a neutral meeting space but refused to get directly involved. Meri told them she'd had her own issues with Robin, one insider explained, but she wasn't going to take sides in something this serious unless she saw proof. During that meeting, Christine reportedly laid out. Janelle sat at her kitchen table holding her phone, scrolling through saved text messages and time-stamped photos. She even had an audio recording, a heated exchange between her son and Robin, where in Janelle's judgment, Robin's voice had more menace than motherly concern. And when Cody learned of these accusations behind closed doors, he reportedly exploded. Sources say he stormed over to Janelle's driveway late at night, pounding on her door, his voice booming, demanding she put an end to this madness, before it tore the family apart. "You're doing exactly what the haters want," he allegedly yelled. "You're feeding them." Christine, however, wasn't having it. She informed friends that she would not be intimidated. Her rationale was straightforward. If Robin hadn't done anything wrong, she had nothing to hide. She even sent a mutual friend a text. Then she has nothing to hide. When the allegations reached the airwaves of social media, TLC went into absolute scramble mode. Insiders reveal filming for season 20 were temporarily suspended as legal teams evaluated the ramifications. Robin's individual interview segments postponed for a week. One production staffer reputedly shared with a pal, "Everyone is tiptoeing around. Even if it's not true, the perception alone could destroy the brand." Inside her Flagstaff home, Robin reportedly broke down, furious not just at the accusations, but at Cody for not shutting them down instantly. "They're calling me a child abuser, Cody," she allegedly cried. "And you're acting like this is just another family squabble." One insider says that Robin cried for hours, insisting she'd always loved and cared for the kids, and blaming Janelle and Christine for turning everything into something to make her out to be a bad guy. For the first time in years, Christine and Janelle seemed perfectly aligned. They allegedly hired the same attorney to file a joint complaint and agreed on one strategy: go public if they had to. Christine posted a cryptic Instagram story: "Protect the children always, no matter what people say about you." Janelle followed with a sweet photo of her family at the park, captioned, "They're my world. I'll fight for them every time." 2 days later, Cody made his awkward public statement in a brief Facebook Live session. "Look, our family's been through a lot. These are serious accusations. But I'm telling you, Robin is a loving mother. She can be strict sometimes, but she's not abusive." He cut the video short after fans flooded the comments with questions he refused to answer. When production resumed on the Tell-All special, TLC couldn't help but fan the flames. Host Sukanya Krishnan came right out with it. "Christine, Janelle, you've accused Robin of child abuse. Are you ready to say that to her face?" Christine stared Robin right in the face. "I've said it once, and I'll say it again. What I saw wasn't discipline. It was abuse." Janelle nodded stoically. Robin, shaking, lashed back, "You're destroying me. And you're lying," Christine responded. The set went dead silent. Even Sukanya looked unsettled. Online, the sister wives fandom split into two camps. Some swore Christine and Janelle were finally exposing the truth. Others believed it was all a ploy for ratings. TikTok sleuths dissected old episodes, slowing down clips of Robin scolding children. Reddit lit up with speculation about police involvement, though no official law enforcement statements have been made. True or not, the harm to Robin's reputation can already be seen. Some former diehard fan sites have fallen silent, while Christine and Janelle's following numbers have increased by tens of thousands. Rumors have been raging. Thousands of comments and internet forums have erupted in just the past week about what's on the horizon for sister wives. There are those who report TLC is even considering a spin-off featuring only Christine and Janelle, not Cody, not Robin, if a certain lawsuit takes off. Conversely, if that lawsuit is dismissed, Robin might be looking at probes, and the whole custody situation in the Brown family could be forever rearranged. No matter how this court fight turns out, Christine and Janelle are already winning in the court of public opinion. This scandal has opened the sister wives universe wide to the public. And now, another question is keeping fans curious. Why does Cody Brown appear to favor Aurora over Robin herself? Let's go behind the rumors, the reactions and the emotions surrounding this family. It began quietly, or at least it seemed so to us viewers. The cameras rolled on what would have been a typical cold Flagstaff morning. Robin Brown sat by herself at the kitchen table, a hot cup of herbal tea warming between her palms. She'd spent extra time on her hair, soft curls framing her face, makeup subtle but finished, and a cozy burgundy sweater that Cody used to tell her made her look like the heart of the family. But Cody wasn't present. The production staff could tell that something was amiss. Their cameras hung on Robin's face. She scrolled very slowly through her phone, mouth pursed in a thin line. Then she sighed, picked up her mug and put it down again, and whispered in barely audible tones, "He's with her again." That her was Aurora, Robin's eldest daughter from her first marriage. We soon discovered that Cody had called off his scheduled date day with Robin so he could take Aurora car shopping for a brand new vehicle, a birthday surprise for her 22nd birthday. And it was not this one occurrence. This was the third date in a 2-month period that Cody had rescheduled for Aurora. And it wasn't limited to birthdays. In the last season alone, Cody took Aurora to Salt Lake City to visit grad schools, without Robin. He's been taking her to weekly lunch at the sushi restaurant he and Robin used to refer to as their place. He spent whole weekends redecorating her apartment. Meanwhile, TLC cameras reveal half-finished projects collecting dust in Robin's house. In the meantime, Robin's private time with her husband was few and far between. In recent confessionals, she would flash a tight smile and gaze downward when producers questioned her. Fans began to put two and two together. Was Cody substituting his emotional with Robin with his connection with Aurora? Was it favoritism? Guilt? Something more? To get an idea of it, we have to go back. Aurora came into Cody's life during season 4, when Robin wedded into the family. She was only 9, introverted, shy, and intensely loyal to her mom. During those initial episodes, she would hold on to Robin at family gatherings, hardly communicating with the rest of the wives. Cody had pledged in public to treat Robin's kids as his own, and at least early on, he did just that. He played games with them, assisted with homework, and in 2015 legally adopted Aurora, Brianna, and Dayton. It was huge news back then, with Robin's ex-husband needing permission. But even then, Cody would frequently tease that there was something special about his bond with Aurora. "She's like my little shadow," he once confided in a season 8 confession room interview. "She's got this deep emotional side. When she talks to you, she really listens." Skip ahead to today, and that intimacy that was once so adorable is now apparently casting a shadow over Cody and Robin's marriage. In one poignant never-broadcast scene, leaked by a reported TLC insider, Robin finally confronted Cody after he returned home late one evening from yet another trip with Aurora. "Cody," she said gently, "I feel like I'm losing you to your own daughter." His response was resolute. "She's not just my daughter, Robin. She's my responsibility." Robin turned to me, and honestly I needed her too. That's what Cody's tone sounded like. But one source reported that Robin quietly swiped a few tears before disappearing upstairs without a word to the fans who had gathered nearby. It was a moment that struck differently. Robin, once regarded as Cody's favorite wife, was now tasting the bitterness of the same jealousy Christine, Meri, and Janelle had experienced all these years. And it wasn't a sugary flavor. When whispers of bias began circulating on the internet, Cody didn't take the high road of quiet. No way. He broadcast live on Facebook for Akonda and dealt with it straight on. Aurora's in a critical phase of her life, he stated. She's making huge decisions regarding school, employment, and her future. I'm merely being a dad. You can spin that however you would like. But I'm not sorry for standing behind my children. Significantly, he used the word my kids, and not our kids. That small gaffe hadn't been forgotten. When a fan asked if Cody was forgetting Robin, Cody's expression hardened. Robin knows, he answered. Marriage isn't all about dating incessantly. It's being a family. Aurora's a part of that family. Some supporters nodded sympathetically, explaining a father's job was to mentor his children. Others called it typical Cody, avoiding the actual problem and giving all his energy to one relationship while allowing another to die. And then, the ex-wives piped up. Christine, never one to pass up the chance for a subtle jab, posted a cryptic Instagram story. A good partner knows the difference between caring and replacing. Janelle appeared in a fan post comments with patterns repeat for a reason. Even Meri, who typically avoids anything Robin-related drama, liked a comment that stated Robin's getting the Cody treatment now. They recognized the pattern. Cody's laser-like attention could feel incredible until it changed. And when it changed, it seldom returned. Before long, fan theories abounded. Reddit, Facebook, TikTok, you name it. The guilt theory. Cody could be overcompensating because he's not Aurora's biological dad. And after Garrison died, perhaps guilt at being distant from his own children made him cling to Aurora. The replacement theory. Some believed Cody was, whether he was aware of it or not, taking the place of the emotional function Robin once served with Aurora, now a grown woman with her own opinions and presence. The control theory. The bad thought, that Cody liked having Aurora around because she was more compliant than some of the other kids, providing him with the approval he so desperately needs. And the producers? Oh, they smelled TV gold. A leaked call sheet for season 20 allegedly listed the Cody-Aurora storyline as a top priority. Every time Aurora's around, Cody lights up, a crew member supposedly told a fan blog. It's awkward, but it's ratings magic. And now that Robin's showing cracks in her perfect wife image, we've got a whole new arc. Those cracks were visible during the season 19 tell-all. Host Sakanya Krishnan didn't mince words. Cody, some people feel that you put Aurora first before Robin. Do you? Cody's response was swift. Absolutely not. That's crazy. Robin? She faltered. I think he tries hard, but sometimes it's difficult. That hesitation? It spoke louder than anything she ever could have said. Cody fidgeted in his seat. And for once, Robin didn't leap to his defense. If past is prologue, Cody's laser intensity toward Aurora will recede. But currently it's putting his marriage to Robin to the test in ways viewers have never seen. One insider revealed Robin recently complained to a friend, if he continues to put her first, I don't know how we lasted. The final scene of the most recent episode drove the point home. Robin passed by Aurora's door, catching the sound of laughter coming from within. Cody's voice intertwined with her daughter's. She hesitated in the doorway, hand against the door frame. For an instant she was there, caught between love, pain, and something more profound. Then she turned aside. The camera held for just an instant too long, giving the audience a sense of it in their belly. And for the first time, fans are wondering, could Robin be the next wife to Bolt?